Hey there, how are y'all today? I just want to talk today about being yourself. Being yourself, as long as you are genuine, pure, and authentic, everything that you ever want out of life is going to come to you. But as long as you're fake and you're pretending, everything is going to run away from you because you're running away from you. When you find out who you are, what you want, what your needs are, you're going to be a lot happier in life. You know, I always knew that there was more to life than just getting a job and then just going to work and then, you know, going to work and then coming home and then you're just going to die. You know, I make my money. Why not spend it freely? Spend it freely because I have an abundant mindset. When you have an abundant mindset, you can do things because you don't work and operate out of a place of fear. Fear is very low vibrational, you know, and this ties into, you know, narcissism and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure the people who are going through narcissistic abuse or who have dealt with it, it is psychologically traumatizing, emotionally, spiritually. Like, they sabotage every aspect of your life. Financially, they cause disease or ailments within your body. Because they're putting you at dis-ease. You know, you're very uncomfortable around them and your spirit feels their negative energy and their negative, you know, life force and everything. As a matter of fact, they probably don't have much of a life force and they're draining you of yours. And that's why I like to stay away from energy vampires. I did make a video about energy vampires, but these days, I put myself in a mindset that low vibrational people cannot penetrate my life. You have to be on a certain vibration to be welcomed into my life. So, you know, those of you who are in fear, because I once upon a time felt that way, like I didn't want to go outside. I'll just go to work and go home. And how am I going to get my husband that way? How am I going to live the life that I want to live being boxed in because I'm worried about freaking narcissistic monsters out there? You can be whatever you want to be. I will remain authentic, pure, and genuine because at the end of the day, my light shines so bright that even their demons are drawn to the light. But that's when discernment comes in for you to figure out who is acceptable to come into your life. For me, you know, I'm not even going to say I trust easily, but I trust people to show me who they are. The question is, are you going to be in denial of what they show you? You know, because we have a tendency to overlook red flags and to you know, go into denial about, oh, well, they only said that because they're angry, or, you know, no, we not making excuses. You know, as an adult, you know what you're saying, you know what you're doing, period. You know right from wrong, period. So with that being said, for somebody to say, well, I didn't know, and well this and well that, I mean, personally, if somebody crosses your boundary once and then you tell them or you express to them, hey, you know, I didn't appreciate this, that, or the third, and if they're remorseful and they apologize and it never happens again, great. That's somebody that, you know, you can keep in your life or, you know, remotely around. But if there's somebody like, oh, well, my bad, I would have never did this, but like, it's always some excuse and they try to flip it around and make it seem like you're at fault. Kick them out your life, get rid of them. But some of these people, whether they're good or whether they're bad, there's duality to everything. So if you are anything like me, where you felt like you're the black sheep of your family, you felt like the outcast, you're always to blame for things, you know, because I was raised by a narcissistic mom and everything like that, but I'm still living a happy life. Like, I don't think about her. I don't think about everything she's done, but I've done the inner work on myself to heal. And see, a lot of people seem to think healing is just this, like, you know, easy thing. No, it's not easy. Like, let's say, for instance, I went and got a knife and I sliced my hand open right now, and then I started bleeding. It's going to take, I mean, it'll probably stop bleeding within a few minutes or whatever, because my platelets would have came and, you know, sealed up the cut and everything. White blood cells rush there to keep down inflammation. And I mean, it's no different, you know, because on a subconscious level, our bodies are made to survive, made to keep us alive. So it doesn't matter how many times I cut myself, my body's going to heal. It's going to heal. It's going to heal. And my body forgives me for cutting it. My body forgives me from bruising it up, scraping it up. Because its sole purpose is, my body knows that, hey, we have an issue. If we don't fix this issue, it's going to cause a bigger issue. I mean, it's no different than, you know, you being in society with other people. You know, you're gonna run into, like, in your body, you have good cells, you have bad cells. You got good bacteria, you can have bad bacteria. Same thing with people. I mean, it's duality to everything. And so if you're wondering, like, why am I so different? Why this and why that? Well, you're different because you're chosen. And you were chosen in your family lineage by your ancestors to heal that bloodline. I know my ancestors, you know, I can't really necessarily speak to them like that, but in other words, I know that they do talk to me in my dreams, you know, dead relatives and whatnot. And I used to feel like there was this heavy burden on me. Like, why is life so heavy? Why is life so hard? That's because the weight of all my foremothers and forefathers before me was on me. It was up to me to break these generational curses, to do better, be better. And I was chosen to be that person, and I'm honored. I mean, goddamn, it was a lot of fucking work. A lot of fucking work. But I did it. And see, what a lot of people don't understand is healing is a very ugly, very painful, nasty process. But once you get through it, like, for example, right? You know, have you ever, you know, had acne on your face? You see the little white head or black head, whatever, you pop it, it hurts, but you're like, it has to be popped, because once all that pus and ickiness comes out, the healing begins, right? So it's no different than on a spiritual level or an emotional level or a psychological level, you purging your childhood traumas. You know, you gotta dive deep and fix yourself, work on yourself. And I know for me, it's taken a lot of work these past couple years, but I love the journey because I love where I'm at right now. I'm absolutely the happiest I've ever been. The freest I have ever been, if freest is even a word, you know. You know, it's something about dealing with it that sets you free. And there's nothing better than that feeling. So if you feel that you're a chosen one, you know, for me, I started getting signs of butterflies. And it's crazy because I'll be driving and it doesn't matter where I'm driving, but a cluster of butterflies will just fly past my windshield. You you know, or if I happen to be outside somewhere doing something, a group of butterflies will just fly by. And I'm like, and then I just started to notice, like, why do I keep seeing all these damn butterflies? And they were always a specific color, yellow. So then I'm like, what's the spiritual meaning of butterflies? Yellow butterflies. You know, I read about it. Butterflies are a sign of transformation. So I've gone through many transformations from 2019 till now. I don't really see butterflies like that no more. Every now and then I might see one here or there, but now whenever I see one, I be like, I see you, butterfly. I see you. Because it's amazing how it's no longer a group or a cluster of them. It only takes one now. And then I recently, like back in April, during the Scorpio full moon, a lot of things got purged out. I felt like a raw onion, and a deeper layer was peeled back. A layer that I never wanted to address or deal with. But that layer had to be dealt with, because I know that when I have kids, I do not want them dealing with generational trauma, generational curses. I don't want them dealing with genetics. So I have to heal myself. And as I heal, my DNA heals as well. My spirit heals as well, like everything. So by the time I have kids, they shouldn't really have nothing to worry about, because see, these curses and things that are in my family, the dysfunction, you know, the negativity, the poverty, the, you know, the mindset, all of that, it didn't start with them. It didn't start with me. But I do know that in my particular bloodline, it will end with me. That's what I do know. So when you heal, understand it's a process. It's a process that could take the rest of your life. It's a process that could take months, years. Everybody's healing process is different. Everybody's traumas is different. It all depends on your family. It's too many factors, and there's no such thing as get over it or heal from it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to go at your own pace, is all I can tell you. You go at your own pace, and everything, because you have to, divine timing is never off. You know, I'm going to give y'all an example. So my mom's a narcissist. Of course, that's my diagnosis for her. I can't diagnose her professionally, because she refuses to go to therapy and all of that. And so it's like, if you refuse to go get therapy and help, how am I crazy when I'm willing to go? Like, that's crazy for a victim to need to go to therapy or want to go to therapy, counseling or whatever. And the perpetrator is the one who's like, yeah, you need a psychiatrist, you're crazy, and blah, 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 blah. And if you know anything about narcissism, see, I've healed so much from that. And I know that my destiny and my purpose is bigger than that narcissism shit. That once I processed everything that my mother ever said to me, did to me, once I processed it, once I processed that trauma, and it took a while, because the last person I expected to be my worst enemy and to backstab me was my own damn mother, who I came from. But you know what? The joke is on her, because one thing about evil people, one thing about those who do you wrong, especially when you a chosen one, like myself, like, come on, like, she tried to kill me. And when I say kill me, I mean literally. I was an infant and she tried to kill me, and I'm still alive. She tried to kill me spiritually, but I'm still alive. You know, she caused a lot of disease and ailments, but I'm still alive. You know, she messed with my head with mind games, but I'm still alive. She messed with my emotions, but I am still alive. Fucked up my finances, but I'm still alive. Still alive. And she hates it. She hates that because she tried to destroy me in every way possible. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, I kept coming back, bouncing back like a rubber band. It doesn't matter how far you stretch. I mean, yeah, you can stretch a rubber band to a breaking point that it snaps, but I never snapped. I got overstretched. But you better believe I got to a point I definitely snapped back. But oh man, it's just amazing how she told me that my life, my success in life depended on her. But she hasn't been doing anything for me since 2012. I stopped talking to her before my birthday in 2019. So I cut her out my life at 27. I'm about to be 30 in September. So, and I went 2 years no contact, but she popped up here in Dallas at the skating rink or whatever. And I was like, holy fucking shit. What the fuck? Like, this bitch is crazy. But that's a narcissist for you, man. Because I used to be like, stop watching my social media. Stop trying to figure out where I live. Well, it is a psychosis. And for you to be that obsessed with me, my light must be very bright. She tried to kill my light. She tried to put it out. But I'm a star. And stars never stop shining. They might get dim, but they never stop shining. And the more I work on myself and I become a better version of me, because the only person in this world I'm competing with on a daily basis is myself. I don't care who has a bigger house or a bigger apartment, more expensive, nicer car, better, they got a husband, this, that, and other. I don't care because, see, I am a co-creator of my reality. And in my reality, I'm going to be happy. In my reality, I'm going to manifest because I am a money magnet. My soul is magnetism, and I don't have to chase anything. I make it chase me. And you're probably like, what? What do you mean? For example, there was a time where when I was traumatized, I was a workaholic, chasing money. But chasing it like that resulted in me spending money unnecessarily, or unforetold things would come up. So that money that I worked so hard for, that I wanted to stack, now I have to spend it on some bullshit that came up, So it was just like, why every time I try to take a step forward, I get knocked 5 steps back? But that's just my journey. Everybody's journey is different in life. I know that I'm really healed past the narcissism stuff because I don't even watch narcissism videos anymore. Originally I was going to make my channel dedicated to it, but there's more to life than the narcissism part. And I understand that you do have these people out here and stuff like that and whatnot. And I used to be like, oh my God, like, can I be friends with this person? Because what if they're a narcissist? Oh my God, I want to work at this place, but what if it's a narcissistic haven where they hide and harbor a whole bunch of narcissists? Because the job I got fired from last year, they were a narcissistic narc haven. They collected these damn people. And I was like, No wonder I felt the need to escape that place and to leave and go on about my business. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as no coincidence. Coincidences is a word the government or the FBI fucking taught you, because they didn't want you to know your power, black and brown people of this planet. They didn't want you to know your real power spiritually to manifest things into your life. And the manifestation is real. It's real. I manifested my husband into my life. I'm not married right now, but the man I'm with right now, he's my husband. I speak it, so it must be. And I say this because I got very specific. If you want to learn how to manifest, this is how you do it. You go get a notebook, date it, and then you write down. If you're looking for a husband or a wife, you need to write down the qualities that you want that person to embody. And because we are reflections of each other, you yourself must embody. See, when I wrote about my husband, I wanted him to be honest because I've dealt with so many liars, fucking narcissists. That's all they do is fucking lie. But see, I'm an honest person. So for me to manifest somebody to be honest back, that's easy because I already embody that. There's certain qualities within me that I already embody. So asking for those same qualities in return shouldn't be hard. Now, there are other qualities, that I didn't have that I had to work on. But in order to get there, I had to work through my childhood trauma. And you don't always have to go to therapy. In my case, I was my own fucking therapist. And I love psychology and everything like that. So I began to analyze myself mentally, emotionally, spiritually. The more things that I learned via other YouTubers or books, I started to be like, that resonates with me. Man, you know what? I was on total bullshit when I did this or that. You know what? Don't ever do that again. You know what I'm saying? Learning and growth is a curve. So you have to have patience with yourself. And people who go through narcissistic abuse, I understand you don't want to be in that pain and it's just a lot. But to get through it, you got to go through it. So I know it doesn't feel good. You might feel like you want to be isolated. But you know what? For me, it sparked my spiritual path, my spiritual journey. I was able to find my purpose. I knew in my heart that I had to come to the city and state that I'm in right now, which is Dallas, because in my heart, I knew that my husband was here. I knew he was here for years, but I went to another damn state and other states and shit. But you know what? My detour was really just a part of my journey, because during those years that I was in a different state and city or whatever, I'm gonna call him my husband. Fuck it. My husband, he was going through some other shit. Basically, we were both growing. He was being molded to be the man for me, and I was being molded to be the woman for him. And so it's so crazy because I desired marriage so bad, just because I didn't want to be anything like my mother. I didn't want to be a single mother raising my kids all by myself. I didn't want to perpetuate that generational curse. So that's why I prefer to be married and then have kids. So when people look at me crazy, like, you're 30, you ain't got no kids. I'm not married and I refuse to be a fucking baby mama. That's fucking dumb. I don't care. It's fucking dumb. So I could have been a baby mama, but no. I prefer to do it the right way. And I mean, some people try to argue, well, what's the right way? What's the wrong way? Look, that's a whole nother topic and discussion. I'm just speaking for me. I can't speak for you. Only you can speak for you. And there's no need to justify, well, I don't care. I'm not judging. Your life is your life. My life is my life. The name of my channel is Live Life. You know? Some people like being in polyamorous relationships or polyandry relationships. Live your life. I don't care. You know, there's gays and lesbians and trannies and all that. Live your life. I don't have to agree with none of the shit that other people do. The things that they do, how they do it, whatever. But you do you. You live your life your way. And see, that's the problem with narcissists. They like to control. They can't do things. They want you to do things their way. It's their way or the highway. You know, it's always an ultimatum. You know, they just always try to guilt trip you and just, you know, and I'm just so over it. So it's like, when I went and reread what I wrote, like the qualities that I wanted my husband to embody, and my boyfriend right now, who, like I said, is my husband, embodies all. When I say all, I mean all. And my mind is blown because it feels too good to be true. You know, when he messes up, he apologizes and he tries not to do it again. You know, I used to have what I used to call a sorry bucket. And that motherfucker was full because my mom would always be, I'm sorry. Like, you know, she'll bitch and yell at me about something and then, well, I'm sorry. But then you'll turn around and do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Like we're a fucking broken record on goddamn repeat. That shit gets exhausting and it gets old. I do know, and I have to tell y'all, anybody that's dealing with narcissistic abuse, don't worry about that person. If you've managed to escape and you are, like, I'm going to give you an example. So, my first steps to healing was moving away from my hometown, moving away from everything and everybody I knew, starting over, because then I got to see who liked me for me. You know, what do I like instead of somebody telling me what I liked. You know, I started discovering myself, and I actually discovered that I like a lot of things that had I told my mom that I liked, well, you don't need to like that because she don't like that or she don't want to do it. It ain't about you. It's about me. So, you know, that was the first steps for me. Of course, in her mind, well, why'd you move there? None of your fucking business. Why? I wanted to. I'm a whole ass adult. I don't need to explain nothing to you. Sorry, y'all. I'm hungry. I had to speak on this while it was on my mind, because if I don't, it's gonna leave my mind and I'm gonna forget what I even wanted to talk about. But this is probably like the third video I made today, but whatever. I got discouraged a little bit because I wanted to make my YouTube channel and everything, and there was this guy I was listening to, and when I tell you, I listened to him all day, damn near Saturday, while I was at work. And he just inspired me to get back to it. Get back to this YouTube video making thing, because it's going to be somebody out there that resonates with what I'm saying. It's somebody out there that needs to hear what I hear. It's somebody out there who can relate to my pain. But the only thing is, I'm past the hurt. Like, it's a memory, but that memory doesn't affect me. I can recall all the evil things that my mom has said and done to me. But it doesn't hurt my heart like it used to, because I've processed what she is, who she is. I always knew that I was dancing with the devil, but that's one thing about your soul. Your soul knows. Your soul knows who's good for you. It knows who's bad for you. That's the reason why you could be around somebody and you just sometimes ain't feeling it, or you could dislike somebody and you just don't know why, because the person never did nothing to you, never said nothing to you. But it's just that vibe. Energy is a real thing. Energy is so real. And that's the one thing, because when me and my boyfriend, you know, my future hubby, lovey, first started talking and, you know, meeting and everything, I was worried he was a narcissist. I'm like, what bullshit this nigga gonna be on now? Oh my God. But I refused to give up. And see, one thing about the universe, when the universe is blessing people around you, your breakthrough is coming. It's coming. It has to. There's too many signs that it's coming. And, you know, so people around me, yeah, I got my new job and da-da-da. And I'm celebrating. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, because there's no need for me to hate on nobody else, to be jealous of nobody else. I mean, a lot of my closest friends are married. They've been married for years. That's something that I had desired. But at the same time, my soul journey is different. And divine timing is never wrong. I used to think, well, why couldn't it have been now? I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wasn't where I needed to be. I felt that I was, but the universe knew that I wasn't. And now that I've dealt with my childhood traumas, I got rid of negative, toxic people and drama and chaos out of my life. Sorry, y'all. I had some watermelon stuck in the back of my mouth. I got these Invisaligns, and so it's like shifting my teeth, and so my teeth feel kind of weird. Anyways, and then that's another thing too. To heal, like, I started with self-care because I was conditioned to deny my needs and my wants, and to put everybody else's needs and wants ahead of my own. No, that's backwards. The last shall be first and the first shall be last. So where my mom thought she was the center of my universe and all of this, I even had to tell her, you ain't the center of my universe. I am the son of my Yaniverse, as I like to call it, of my innerverse, universe, Yaniverse, whatever you want to call it. And so, you know what I'm saying? Her energy, I'm going to give you an example of energy. Good energy and bad energy. So, my boo, I was kind of very, very cautious. Because, you know, I was like trying to figure out if he's a narcissist, a sociopath, psychopath, what's going on with you? Like, cause it just felt too good to be true. And so I learned to keep my mouth shut. Well, what do you like to do? You can find out what I like to do. This blew my mind. The things that I like to do, he likes to do. But he said it first. He was like, yeah, you know, and he showed me videos or whatever of things that he's done and stuff like that. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like literally, we have a mental compatibility that is just amazing. It's like telepathy, for real. Because I'll be thinking something and he'll say it, or he'll be thinking something and then I'll say it. And I'm like, we've only been together for a short time, Well, time is an illusion to me. Time doesn't really exist. But if we want to go by this man-made calendar, then, you know, 3 months really isn't that long. But I mean, I'm not in a rush. I'm taking my time because I know that my purpose is greater than my desires to want to be married, to want to do this, want to do that. You know, my purpose is healing. And as I heal myself, I help heal other people. And that's what it's about for me. Like, I always wanted to be a doctor. And crazy enough, turns out I'm going to end up being a holistic doctor because, I mean, looking at Dr. Sebi's work and then listening to like Yaqui and then doing my own research and this and that and the third, I'm getting a deeper, better understanding of herbs, spices, diet. You know, I understood it to a surface level, but now I'm like deep in it, you know, to like the cellular level deep. See, when I was in school and I was in science was my favorite subject and everything. I didn't give a damn about them cells. Hold on, I'm gonna play back. I didn't give a damn about them cells, but I care now because on a cellular level, my cells make me. And if I want to be healthy, then I have to make sure my cells is good by eating properly, a good diet. But anyways, shoot, this video is long, but I just wanted to talk about healing because healing is a very huge aspect to change. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who, well, I want change. Well, like Michael Jackson said, start with the man in the mirror. So it was just like, you know, hold on. All right, hold on. I got this call coming in, so I'm gonna have to make a part 2 to this video. All right, stay tuned. Live life.